and the Todd Family YouTube video. Wherever you are, whatever you may be doing, thank you so much for making Ref Brown and the Todd Family part of your day. We always greatly appreciate it. If you jump on here live here on this Monday, midday, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section down below. Make sure to give the video a like, a thumbs up. If you have not yet subscribed, please do so and share the video on all social media platforms. I know usually, good afternoon, Kevron. Glad to have you here. As always, I go on here live at nighttime, but today I'm so excited to talk wrestling. I just couldn't wait until tonight because got a lot of wrestling to discuss. Got even more to discuss coming up sometime later on this week because there is a WWE Premium Live event this Sunday, and it'll be the last Premium Live event on Peacock. And then starting in September, they will all be on the new ESPN Premium Plus. So it's basically like having pay-per-views all over again. The only difference is with pay-per-views, you had to spend, I think it was $40 or $45 back then to just watch the pay-per-view. Whereas if you get the ESPN Plus package, yeah, you're paying $30 to watch wrestling, but you can also watch everything else that's on there as well, whether it's football, baseball, soccer, hockey, basketball. It won't matter. You can watch it. But outside of that, it's basically pay-per-views. You're paying $30 a month to watch WWE's Premium Live events. But the first thing to discuss today is AEW's Forbidden Door, which is a combination of AEW and NJPW. It was in London, so of course it started at 1 o'clock in the afternoon on the East Coast, but it was 11:30 a.m. for the pre-show. They had an hour and a half pre-show. There was 4 matches on the pre-show, but I'm only going to talk about the main card. And as I said, main card started at 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon. We had Adam Copeland and Christian Cage defeat Kill Switch and Kip Sabian. Hey there, Suit Man. Glad to have you here. And I'm only going to discuss the 9 matches on the main card, not the 4 on the, as they call it, 0 hour pre-show. But there was 13 matches altogether, counting the 0 hour pre-show. Kyle Fletcher beat Hiromu Takahashi to retain the TNT Championship. Mercedes Moné retains the TBS Championship by defeating Alex Windsor, Persephone, and Bozilla. Zack Sabre Jr. retains the IWGP World title by defeating Nigel McGuinness. Brodito beat the Hurt Syndicate and FTR to become the new AEW Tag Team Champions. Kazuchika Okada beat Swerve Strickland to retain the Unified Championship. Timeless Toni Storm beat Athena to retain the AEW Women's World Championship. Hangman Adam Page beat MJF to retain the AEW World Championship. And then in the main event, the Lights Out Steel Cage match, Darby Allin, Will Ospreay, Kenny Omega, and Hiroshi Tanahashi beat Jon Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, Gabe Kidd, and the Young Bucks. So another great AEW pay-per-view. Still entirely too long, but I assume more than likely, to most people anyway, the ones that start at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, which is not very many, but of course, it's in London, England, so it's nighttime over there, but, daytime here in the States. But even though time-wise the show goes just as long, it probably doesn't feel as long because it's an afternoon show. So even if it goes 5 hours, if it starts at 1 o'clock Eastern time, it's still over by 6 o'clock. So 5 hours, probably to most people, doesn't feel like 5 hours because you ain't got to rush and get ready to go to bed, because when it goes off, it still ain't bedtime. But to me, 6.5, 7 hours is still way too long. Of course, I'm counting the pre-show, which was an hour and a half, but not everybody watches the pre-shows. But if you're gonna watch it, you might as well watch the whole thing. Now, WWE's pre-show used to have matches on it. Now it's basically just talking, getting you ready for it. But AEW puts matches on theirs, and most of the time, they don't always tell you what matches are going to be on the pre-show. If they do, they'll tell you one or two, but not all of them. So as soon as you miss the pre-show, you missed the match you wanted to see. So a lot of people do watch the pre-shows, and to me, counting the pre-show, 6.5, 7 hours is just way too long. But that's just my humble opinion. And then yesterday afternoon, I had the pleasure of refereeing for Scrappy Championship Wrestling. We had 7 matches, 3 referees. I did 3 matches. Al did 2, and Slim did 2. I got to ref Nick Halen versus Teo, Alexander Lev versus Luke Da Silva, and Jacob Ashworth versus Raylan Albee, which was the main event for the Scrappy Heavyweight Championship. I always enjoy being in the wrestling ring. And then last night we had NXT Heatwave, which took place at the Lowell Auditorium in Lowell, Massachusetts. 6 matches. This is outside of the premium live event that they just recently had that was all women. This is the first time that I can recall a premium live event that featured more girls wrestling than men. But yesterday, out of 6 matches, 4 of them involved ladies in some way, shape, form, or fashion. I don't mean managing, I mean in the ring. Wrestling. They opened the show. A number 1 contenders match for the NXT Women's Championship. Triple threat match. Lola Vice beat Jada Parker and Kalani Jordan. Dark State beat Hank and Tank to become the new NXT Tag Team Champions. In another ladies match, Ash by Elegance, who used to be Dana Brooke in WWE, she beat JC Jane and Masha Slamovich to become the new TNA Knockouts champion. Blake Monroe beat Jordan Grace. And then the 5th match, which was the 4th match that involved women, mixed tag team match, Ethan Page and Chelsea Green beat Tavian Heights and Tyra May. And then the main event, Oba Femi beat Javon Evans to retain the NXT World Championship. And it's just a matter of time before Oba Femi gets called up to the main roster. Dude is a phenomenal wrestler, and he looks like a beast. I mean, he has the look, he has the music, he has the moveset, he has the mic skills, he has everything it takes to be a main roster talent, and it's just a matter of time till he gets there. Dude is absolutely phenomenal and has a great career ahead of him. But any thoughts on any of this, please feel free to let me know. Let's go ahead and get our dad joke of the day in here. I didn't think orthopedic shoes would help, but I stand corrected. And that does it for today's Ref Brandon and the Todd Family YouTube video. Until next time, it's Ref Brandon saying, just like in pro wrestling, life can be over by the count of 3. Tell your friends and family how much you love them. Bye.